When I was in high school, I went to work in the summers for my family's printing business in New York City. I loved it. I liked being with my dad, working alongside great folks and contributing to the team. I was part of something bigger than me. I took pride in shipping quality labels, and at that age, making money was cool. As I look back, I found real joy at work, but never thought about why. I vividly remember taking the Long Island Railroad train to the city. My dad would remind me to wake him if he snored too loudly, because he didn't want to bother fellow passengers. But I usually snored right next to him. To start the day was a grilled corn muffin, heaps of butter, and an ice-cold Coke. With the Great Resignation and 4 million folks leaving the workforce last November 2021, I wanted to better understand why and examine my joy scientifically. Was I treated well because I was the owner's son? Yes. Was it because I was a teenager with money in my pocket? Sure. And maybe because I was allowed to produce quality with no one looking over my shoulder? Certainly a factor. And the senior folks trained me well. So what specifically gave me joy versus millions of folks leaving the workforce? So I started to think about, where does true joy at work come from? How can I analyze this? So I took a step back and looked first at the big picture. The world is changing. People are evolving. And in my opinion, people simply expect more out of work and life. People are finally viewing capitalism through a different lens, seeing things from a different perspective, wondering what a better capitalism might look like, and reimagining what would make the world better and more equal and fair for all. Did you hear what Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan Chase Bank, said to the Business Roundtable? There needs to be a fundamental commitment to all stakeholders, not just shareholders. And Mark Benioff, Salesforce, voted Business CEO of the Year by CNN. Capitalism is dead. There must be a new capitalism, one that is fair, equal, and sustainable, that works for everyone. So I started to think about these very important stakeholders, the workers themselves, the everyones. And I imagine what's not only possible, but what is already happening around the world at enlightened companies. Here's a quote from Dr. W. Edwards Deming, the main architect of Japan's transformation and rebuilding after World War II. A management guru, visionary, genius, author, consultant, teacher, who said, management's overall aim should be to create a system in which everybody may take joy in his or her work. Let that sink in for a moment. What did he actually say? Overall aim, actual joy, and at work no less. To do this, we need to think radically differently, understanding what is possible, as we can reimagine what work might look like. Okay, so what is possible? Why does joy at work so often seem to be missing? Data shows 2/3 of folks might leave to take a new job, because lots of companies still operate as if we were still in the 1950s. Another key piece to understand is that worker joy is truly a win for the corporation as well as the worker. The long-term success of the corporation might get many great benefits as well as additional profits. What might joy at work look like? Here are 7 factors that would dramatically allow for true joy. Number 1, eliminate performance appraisals. 2, pay market value. 3, grant flex time hours. 4, produce quality products and services. 5, create a culture of continual improvement with the systems thinking mindset. 6, train forever to build lifelong learners. 7, innovate constantly and forever. So here we go. Number 1, eliminate performance appraisals and do it immediately. I hope no one listening is in the HR department. Have you ever given or received a performance evaluation and thought, that was really quite helpful? I'm truly motivated to work harder and I can't wait for another session. I'm very inspired. No, I didn't think so. Instead, study and improve the actual systems the workers are working in. Improve them and watch people get more productive. People are helpless in a poorly designed, ineffective, management-instituted, led, and controlled system. Let the worker help you improve it. They probably know it better than you do, mostly because they work at it every day. So set the aim, give them the tools, and get out of their way to make great systems. There may be a no more university failed business practice than the annual performance evaluation. Rating and ranking teammates who you desperately need to cooperate, collaborate, and work together on a daily basis. Evaluations are stressful, useless, unproductive, demotivating, and unsettling, which also causes tension and anxiety for days, weeks, and maybe even months. The theory is the annual feedback session will help a person improve and contribute at a higher level. Wrong on both points. First, once a year feedback is difficult, if not impossible to remember. And don't do it more often or you will just make matters worse. Second, a person is only one small part of a larger system that is designed by management. Third, the time spent preparing for the evaluation is a total waste of brain power and energy, as well as being a distraction to the overall aim. Instead, you might consider frequent informal conversations that focus on improving the system and truly listening to the workers' feedback and input. Understand their perspective. And as my dad used to say, what actually makes them tick. 2, I cannot stress the importance of paying folks their market value. My operational definition of market value is what would it cost to replace a worker if they left or were terminated. Market value includes health benefits and maybe even dental and vision when possible. And sure, the workers could contribute a portion. Also consider team profit sharing based on longevity, salary, and other team factors. And stop paying individual bonuses as they ruin teamwork, create resentment, and destroy cooperation. Lots of CEOs say workers are the most important asset. So if workers are your most important asset, treat them as such. Research proves pay is not the number one most important factor in choosing a job, according to many studies like Glassdoor. And they also suggest that paying market value allows you in the workforce to get money off the table and out of the way so all can focus on the corporation mission, the aim, which should be to improve quality and taking care of clients. It allows people to focus on the work and to work on the work together. Paying company-wide profit sharing creates the mindset that we all are in this together. 401k is another helpful tool for longevity and security. Workers have bills and need to live. The less they are focused on their mortgage or electric bill, the more they contribute to the company's bottom line. Stop sales commissions and pay market value. Marshall Industries did it and grew 300%. Commissions are individual based and will force the worker to think about how to grow their pay, sometimes at the expense of the client or the business, or both. An example is the copier salesperson who undersells or oversells the client based on their budget, and either selling them too much or too little in the way of features, capacity, and capabilities of the copier is bad for everyone except the commissioned salesperson. 3, flexible work time. Remote working with COVID-19 has been a game changer. It has allowed us, essentially forced us, to rethink work and work hours, and most likely for the better. Allowing for regular and reasonable time for the workforce to re-energize, reflect, and recharge will allow people to be more creative, have less stress, and be generally healthier, physically, emotionally, and mentally. Better focus to be able to perform on the job. Balancing work-life situations is essential. Workers will appreciate and give back more to the company and its clients. The Army has performed extensive studies with recruits walking all day versus taking breaks. Guess which group went further? The breaks. Same concept with time off. We take our cars in for regular maintenance so our cars run smoother and last longer. Why not the same concept for our minds and bodies? Paid time off allows folks to return to work more clear-minded and ready to tackle the daily challenges and deal with today's increased complexities. It is smart business to understand we are in a marathon and not a sprint. When people are energized from proper time off, they are able to handle more work and contribute more completely with improved morale for the company's and clients' best interest. 4, produce high quality and services for pride and joy at work. All long-term corporate success stories have a quality theme at their foundation that is part of their story. Don't cut corners. Quality can mean different things to different people. The Bic pen is a quality pen, as is Mont Blanc, but with quite different price points. Ultimately, quality is defined by your clients. Talk to any worker, and the importance of delivering quality to clients is obvious and paramount. And quality actually reduces costs, simply because there is less waste and less rework. No one wants to see cars recalled or poor food safety. And remember, quality starts in the boardroom with effective, robust systems. Leadership and management controls the systems. Poor quality ruins morale and destroys profitability. People want to take pride in their output, which gives everyone a true sense of joy at work. 5. Continual improvement in processes and methods coupled with a systems thinking mindset. It is not about accountability of people, but creating robust systems that can be continually improved. Creating a culture of improving now and forever. Don't be a business of relentless cost cutting by ruthlessly beating up vendors, because it ultimately becomes lose-lose. Allow them to make money and innovate for your benefit as well as your clients. Think long-term, not quarterly. Quality will suffer with simple cost cutting. Lesser cost materials are not the answer. Lower your cost by improving your quality through less waste. Continual improvement is more than a mindset. It needs to be embedded in the culture of the entire organization. And it must be from the top, then all throughout the company. The Lexus slogan is the relentless pursuit of perfection. That certainly sets the tone. And it is never ending. Business is a marathon, not a sprint. It is a journey of challenges and complexities that require improving the systems to lessen the chaos and firefighting. Eliminate waste. If your systems are not improving, you will have frustration and stress, which is the opposite of joy. 6. Train and cross-train them and then train some more. And then what you must do is keep on training. Build lifelong learners. Long-term corporate success depends on a knowledgeable workforce. Smarter workers are better workers. Training builds flexibility into the systems to handle clients' needs and ever-changing demands. The more consistent the training, the more effective it will be. Workers appreciate management investing in their future. They recognize they're an integral part of the system. Companies increase the value of a worker's ability to contribute at a higher level. Cross-training allows workers to assist in different areas for more flexible schedules. It demonstrates a commitment on management's part to improve a worker's knowledge and self-esteem. Line workers can become loyal contributors and then possibly grow into valuable leaders if they choose to. Less money will be spent on recruiting when you promote from within. Internal individual growth allows for both joy and pride. And now we have the benefit of lots of online learning opportunities which allow folks to learn at their own pace. Lastly, innovate. It hits all the areas. Corporate growth, market share, client retention, worker engagement, joy. People love challenges. New stuff is cool and gets everyone imagining the future and reimagining your business. Innovation is fun and exciting. To be market leaders is to bring joy and pride to the workplace. Introducing new products to the marketplace brings sales and recognition, along with profits. We've all heard about Apple's skunk work projects. Apple had a pirate's flag outside the renovation lab for the Mac for secrecy. Lockheed Martin coined the phrase in 1943 with work done for the U.S. Army. Innovation requires creativity and teamwork. Both bring tremendous joy. Collaboration and thinking about the future is not only stimulating, but even inspiring. So there you have it, 7 ideas for joy to happen. It's not magic. Eliminate performance appraisals and improve the system. Pay market value, allow for flex time, produce quality products and services, continually improve, train, and innovate. A blueprint for joy in the workplace, which inevitably brings all good things to a company, much more than profits. Building something special, something that lasts. Reimagining what is possible. Retaining talented, experienced, loyal workers. Happy clients, improving systems, consistent growth, a true sense of community, long-term growth and profits. The entire philosophy will allow for true win-win outcomes for worker and company after the joy happens. It is now my company. I miss my dad. I still eat grilled corn muffins. I still love my job. I get joy at work most days, and I'm truly blessed to have such a great team. I am now the 3rd generation, and we are now celebrating our 144th year of continuous operations. Thanks for listening.